got done with the Mustang. Little quick window tint session. We're getting ready to go to the auto parts store to pick up some film so we can do that project that we've been talking about. All right, let's get it. Hey guys, we're on our way to O'Reilly's real quick. We're gonna pick up some products, and we're actually gonna compare to see how much it all costs versus what we normally spend on our film. So it's gonna be kind of cool to compare. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the film we're gonna purchase too is also made by the same company that makes our Formula One line. So made in the same factory, totally different lines of film. So we'll see right now in the box, see what we get.
Struggling with the mic over there.
All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take these two products. It looks like it's their best stuff that they have. Both 5% tints. We're gonna try it out, and we're only gonna use this to tint the windows once we get back to the shop. All right, let's go. All right guys, so we spent $52 on 2 rolls of tint and the do-it-yourself kit. I don't even know what's in here, but we'll find out, I guess, once we start doing the window tint on the car. But we're only gonna try to tint this car with what we purchased here at the O'Reilly's. Fingers crossed.
All right, so we made it back.
All right, check this out. So we're only gonna use the products that we have here from the store. Only things that I will be using from the shop will be like the rags and the heat gun. The heat gun, most people probably have a heat gun at home, or you can use like a hair dryer. All right, so we have the Gila hard card, this isn't even like anywhere near close to like a professional hard card, but it'll do its job. It's very flimsy, yeah, it's a lot softer than it should, which is cool. And yes, we did confirm it. Gila is made by Eastman Chemical Company, which is the company that we purchased our Formula One line, which is very high end. So it's kind of cool that they make stuff that you can buy at the store and you know, professional grade product. So as you can see, we purchased 2 lines of film. This is the Heat Shield Plus. Blocks out a little bit more UVs, it seems like. And then this is the regular heat shield. They had a third one which was cheaper, but we got the 2 best ones that they had. I have never actually put this on any customer's vehicles for anybody's information. So I've actually been to shops where I've been asked to go do a tint job, and they had these boxes laying around, which is kind of sad if you ask me. This is not a customer's vehicle, this is actually Teal's. He was nice enough to let us use it, which is the guy behind the camera right now. Between both of these kits, we got ourselves 2 knives, hard card. This is actually called a Concord. They usually have a logo right here, but since it's coming from the kit, they didn't have that there. And this solution that came to install the film, and a very hard card style rag. And you guys are gonna see what I'm gonna use this for once we get to that. But anywho, if you have rags at home, please use them. This is just a microfiber from Costco. Only things, like I said, the only thing we're gonna be using is the heat gun that we have here, because I wasn't gonna purchase another one, and our rags to be able to accomplish this. All right guys, check this out. So the window we're actually going to be tinting and we're going to be testing on is going to be the back passenger side, but this is what the film looked like before we actually had it removed. So the guys actually removed it for us while we were over at the auto parts store. Anyways, one of the first things you do have to do is make sure that the ignition is on the vehicle. A lot of people don't know how to like turn this on. You don't have to have the car fully on, so you just give it a couple of turns before you turn the vehicle fully on. And there it is. So we have the ignition on, and the window will roll up and down, and you gotta make sure that that's working before you tint the window, because it is very hard to tint windows when the windows do not work. So we'll make sure that the switch works. It's going down all the way. So first thing that we're gonna do is gonna grab the solution that they provided for us. It actually doesn't smell like anything. I can shake it up a little bit. Yeah. So this is it. This is just all the sprays. So first things first that we want to do on any vehicle is you always got to clean the seals out. So we're going to use the solution. Start spraying this out. Make sure you get it nice in there. just so you know, yes, it is okay for you guys to get the panels a little bit wet. Unless it's a brand new vehicle that has stitching on it, you would want to cover that up, but we can cover that on a different video. So we're gonna grab this conker. We're gonna use one of our rags, and I'm actually not using any of the tools that I own here at the shop. So the seals weren't too bad, but all of this is just debris that can land in the film if not done proper. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just get those wet a little bit again. Then we're gonna wet the whole door because we're gonna be using pretty much everything that we can. So we're not using our pill board like Alfredo is right now. So that's what those are used for. But the more you clean, the cleaner the tint job will be, the more debris you get off. If you could wash your vehicle before, even better. If you can't, that's okay. So since we rolled the window back up, all the little dirt that was in the seal, gonna make sure we cut it off. And we're gonna clean this whole door. This is everything's getting done in your garage right now. I wouldn't recommend doing this outside. You can. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our the cheaper version of it, and it's actually only like $2 cheaper. And this is the 5% film. So the actual inside part is the window tint, and it has a very thin film that hides the adhesive. And we're gonna be showing you guys how that works, but always have to check where the liner is. So it's the clear part of the film. You can see the clear side has to be facing the outside because you can't scratch the tint, and you would cut it off backwards if you do this incorrectly. So the clear side, this is the clear side I'm talking about. This is called the liner, and that's the window tint inside. The clear side is going to be facing the outside. Tint has a very green, very blue color to it. Oh. Instructions, look at that. We're not even gonna need these because I'm already making this cool video for you guys. Okay, so the film is laid over. We put the water on the glass. So you see how it sticks nice. Gonna go to grab your blade that the kit comes with. And we gotta make sure that it covers at least this bar right here and that it covers to the right, because you only have 6.5 feet to play with. So the least film you can use, the better, because then you can cover more of your glass. So realistically, I believe that the kit's designed for you to be able to cover this glass and that glass and the quarter window per side. You should have no problems covering the window tint. Anyways, you gotta be very careful that whenever you stick this out, you don't cut on the glass, so you just gotta pull it a little bit, go up and down, get it cut out. So we're gonna put the rest of it away, like I was mentioning before. So, by the way, I have never tinted with this film before in my life. The only time I ever did try this was way before I was doing window tinting. And we actually forgot to take the liner off and it wasn't sticking. So, it's very important that we take that off. All right, guys, so now one of the best ways that you can do, and this is actually a very cool, neat trick. So it's already on. We have the size. We're gonna respray this, spray the whole glass. So you don't have to cut the bottom of your vehicle. The roll comes with the factory straight edge on bottom and top, and we'll just line up that factory straight edge with the bottom. That maybe about 1/4 inch passing the bottom line. You have to use that straight edge so we can tuck it in the seal once we get to that point. But that way we don't have to cut the bottom half and waste that time. But you can just use the perfect straight edge that the film already comes with. So now we're gonna start off with the back side of the vehicle. Very dull blade. Wow. Wow. Oh, there we go, finally. Jesus, all right. So the ones we use have a metal one, so they just snap right off. Wow, look at how that cut it off. Okay, let's try it either way. So we're gonna go ahead and put it to the edge right there. We're gonna cut the film. Be very careful not to cut your seal. If you cut your seal, then you were doing this incorrectly. All right. So it should still be wet a little bit underneath. We're gonna pick this end up and we're gonna slide it over. I'm gonna slide it over to the first little edge. You know, it's probably maybe what, 1/4 inch. And we're gonna cut this side. Perfect. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in half, and we're gonna slide it back over so it covers both sides of the glass and there is no line mark. So some vehicles, you gotta be very careful because whenever you're doing this, a lot of the windows, they shift back and forth. So if you have one of those vehicles, you gotta make sure that when you're doing it, you make sure it's on there correctly, because once you put it on the glass, it'll be like shifted and it'll kind of screw everything up. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the trash in the vehicle, just keep it in there for now. That way it's not laying around the floor and you don't slip and fall. Now we're gonna grab our hard card and we're gonna pick this up, bottom half, because we're about to roll the window down. We're gonna roll it down maybe 4 inches from the top so we can cut that top part. Well, we kinked it right there. That's how thin this film is, so it's nothing we can do. Film is super thin. Anyway, so we lock up the top and we're gonna go ahead and cut the top part. We're gonna stab the blade in there and then we're gonna glide across the top to get that perfect edge. So during this whole time, I don't see why you would have to use any sort of scissors for any home installation when you just can use what comes with the kit. We're gonna throw the rest of it off. And if you have the quarter window, you could always use this piece for the quarter. So it does cover this car. They didn't cover the full glass either way, so you could just always replace that. You could always check it again. Make sure that that line is nice and perfect. Boom. It slid off just a bit. When I put it in there, it kind of slid off a little bit. Anyways, so we have the hard card right here. Now we gotta cut this again. Hopefully it works. They have to be playing with these kits, man.
It's like every cut you gotta trim it down.
Pretty much. Those out pretty good. There we go. And it still cut the same way. Wow. We're gonna go ahead and pick the film up. We are going to cut the corners and round those off. You can cut on the glass. You have to cut very lightly. So be very careful. Do not damage your vehicles.
Take your time.
You could always take it to a professional. Pay the money and get this done. But if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you don't want to spend the money. It takes a little bit of time, patience, practice. Now we're gonna take a quick break and I'm gonna get the heat gun set up and then we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to shrink this. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the film off the glass before we roll the window back up. We're gonna get it rolled all the way up. We're gonna shut the door so that way it's not like swinging back and forth. Once again, we're gonna grab a rag, make sure that it's clean. It's all about the prep work, it's all about being clean. Gonna grab the solution that we have. We actually still have a lot of this solution left, so if you already ran out of this product, then you're not doing this correctly. I'm just trying to save you guys money. If you guys cannot do this at home, I'd always recommend taking it to a professional, get it done right. So we have the film facing the right way. We're gonna go ahead and place it on the glass. We're getting it ready to shrink. For those that do not know, window tint can only be shrunk or molded from factory edge to factory edge. So you got the roll of film, you can only shrink it from top to bottom. You cannot shrink it sideways or it's not gonna work. So do not waste your film. All right, so we got the hard card once again. We're gonna go ahead and tack it down. If you guys noticed the way I positioned it was, I put the bigger side, I put about a maybe 1/4 inch 1/8 gap. Same with the bottom, make sure it does not touch either side. Then we're gonna go ahead and make the fingers, scrape the fingers. Make sure you're very careful not to crease it. So you can start either way. A lot of people start from the bottom up, or you can start from the top to bottom. It's all a preference, whatever you feel comfortable with. Now the heat gun is nice and hot. I had it preheated for a little bit. You gotta be very careful not to always, whenever you're shrinking the cars, make sure that you never have the gun, facing the paint, or as you're doing it, a lot of people tend to go like this and you can burn your paint, so be very careful. Make sure that it's all nice and shrunk. You can see that crease that we caused in earlier. And that was just from handling the film. So this film is definitely not the best film to work with as an installer. So, and actually very curious to know how long this product will last. All right, so we're gonna use the door to put our film on here while we wait. So now this vehicle did have film on it before, so we gotta make sure that we scrape it all off, whatever is left over. The blade that I've been using is the only blade that it came with the kit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to just scrape this sideways like this. Like I said, once again, you gotta be very careful not to scratch your car. We can maybe actually pull this out. This kit did not come with the 1-inch razor blade kit, so we normally use those, but I'm not gonna use one because if you're at home and you don't have one. You take the blade out, be very careful. Blade the glass of your vehicle very gently. Get the rest of the grime off of it. This is all do your home. It's not gonna be perfect. I've been doing this for a very long time. It's even hard for me to even use this product or any of these tools, but anywho, so we're gonna use our Conquer tool. I'm gonna go ahead and get this squeegeed off. Remember to grab that microfiber rag, clean the top edge. Always debris up there. All is just debris that you can get rid of before we install the film. And some of you guys, you can remove these panels. A lot of people don't have the tools, resources to do it. If you have the money to buy the tools and remove the panels, then that's great. Then once you're doing all of that, then you're spending, you're getting over $100. You can just spend a professional to just tint your windows and get it over with. Gonna go ahead and squeegee this one more time. Soak the edges. Pull the window down. Roll the window back up. And let's see how great our install comes out. So I'm gonna teach you guys the easy way how to grab and maneuver the film since you're at home. I don't want you guys creasing it any more than you guys should. Gonna go ahead and peel the top. With your fingernail, you can always grab that adhesive liner off. Start removing it. So go ahead and start spraying it down. 3/4 of the way stop. Spray your fingers off. Pick up the product. We don't normally pick it up like this, but it'll make it a lot easier for you guys to do it this way than doing it the way without touching the film, but that takes time and skill. So as you can see, the film's a little bit tacky, a little bit sticky, which is the good thing. It'll make it easier right now when it goes up, but it can also be painful for the install. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down. We're gonna line it up to that top edge as close as possible. Here we go. Do that closest edge as you can. Spray the exterior. Now we're going to grab our Conquer tool and squeegee side to side. It seems like this film gets sticky going towards it, so let's just go ahead and glide it to the sides, and then we'll go the other way. It's looking good. You guys notice how blue this tint looks? Very, very blue, very hazy, very low quality product. There's nothing we can do. I mean, I got the yellow hard card and the yellow rag, so now we're gonna go ahead and press it off. You guys remember this guy, right? Very hard tool, let's rip it in pieces. All right guys, so it's nice and tacked up top. Let's go ahead and clean it down and see what it's looking like. Top half is looking great. I'm gonna go ahead and respray the surface again. We're gonna roll the window all the way up. There it is. Now, this is gonna get the tricky part. I'm just gonna do it with the hard card. We're gonna go ahead and peel the film up, spray all the area that was down in the seal, because the seal did just bring up more debris. Gonna grab the hard card and we're gonna squeegee it out and get some of the debris out. So this is all, like I said, it's just all prep work. To remove the panel, we remove the panel. We wouldn't have to be doing the two-stage method. A lot of people don't have the tools or the resources or the money to buy these products. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and peel it down. You don't want to peel it up because you can crease the film. It's so thin that you can crinkle it. Now we're gonna saturate the bottom half. And the cooler the day, the easier it does get for you guys to install. So now we're gonna go ahead and tuck in the first corner. If you cannot get it to move, pick it back up, spray some more water underneath it. It's okay. It doesn't have to be in one shot. But it is sticking. It's not even moving, bro. Anyways, all right, let's try this. Oh man, we're kind of screwed on this one, I think. All right, so what we're gonna do on a car like this, what you would do if you can't tuck it in, the tool's too thick. Like I said, I can't use the tools that I normally have. Push the glass in, and you'll be able to just get it in there. So this whole like experience reminds me of when I watch videos of these guys in foreign countries tinting cars, and the film looks super blue or super purple, and it's brand new tint, and they don't have all the tools, and they're doing these great jobs on what they're doing. You know, it's kind of cool to watch and see. But so we're gonna try to use the soft side of the squeegee as much as we can so we don't scratch it, because the hard card can't scratch it. We're gonna push it down now. You know, do not get frustrated. See, this is a little kink. That's the only kink we got in there. Like I said, I've never used this product in my life, so it is a little bit more difficult. Most of these professional grade products kind of do the work for you. There we go, we got it in the seal finally. So you guys gotta be very careful when you guys use this on the vehicle. You can heat up the door panel and burn it accidentally. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna find where it's at, take a good look, push it down, heat it up. Now it's gone. And we did get a crease right here because it wouldn't tuck in, because it was just too sticky. And just remember that when you're doing this, you mess it up, you gotta go pay for another piece. It's not like you can just go and warranty this, or like at the tint shop, if the tint shop messes up, all they have to do is grab another piece and do it for you, you know. Like I said, it's my first time ever tinting with this product. It's very hard, very tight.
How would you rate the product?
I rate it out of 10, I'd rate it like a 1.5. 1.5 because we have the product and that's it. That's all you can really do with it. So the only kink that we have is right here, and then we have smaller kink over there. But if you guys were watching, it was super sticky. And there it is. And that's just, you know, somebody who does it day to day with just the products that they come with. I've never worked with this film, like I said before. It's not very easy. If you can't go get it done, it's professional. And there it is, guys. Thank you. Just a quick reminder, if you guys end up running out of the solution, what you guys can use is distilled water or any sink water, hose water. And you guys can use baby shampoo or even Joy soap. And so I heard of even guys using any sort of like, you know, hair product or anything like that. It's just mainly a slip solution to get the film on there. So if you guys run out, once again, you guys can use the Joy soap or the baby shampoo preferably, and fill up the bottle with it. So, all right, thank you guys.